Okay, we're dealing with some internet issues, so it says the connection is very bad. So if anybody's here, I apologize if we're struggling. My internet in my house has been very not great lately, so I was a little concerned that there was going to be some issues today with the stream. So hopefully the internet connection will get better. And I can't see if anyone's here because it like covers it with the words bad connection. So if anybody is here, I'm pulling up the comments. Post a comment and let me know if you're here. Oh man, okay, so when I play the stream, it looks very, very choppy and I can't even get the comments to load. So hopefully this gets better. Otherwise, we're gonna like contact our cable company to try to get some things figured out with our internet connection. So hopefully it gets better. So if anyone is here, it says that there's one person here. If you're here, can you let me know how the internet is? Oh, 2 people are here now. Okay, if you guys can just kind of give me some feedback in the comments about how the internet connection's looking, I would greatly appreciate that, because the internet is being kind of a bother right now, and that's not fun. It still says the internet is really bad. Come on. Oh, okay. Looks like someone is here. Michael. Hi, Michael. So is the internet coming in, like, is the connection for the video okay, or is it really choppy? Because according to the flashing thing on my screen, it's saying that the internet connection is very bad, and I'm a little worried that it's affecting you guys. So Novels and Tome says here, and good evening. Hi, guys. So yeah, just let me know how the internet is coming in for you, and if the connection is okay. Well, I guess not the internet. Like, how is the video coming to you? Is it okay? Is it acceptable? And while we wait for people to trickle in, if you could just like sound off who you are, your name, what you're working on, what genre you like to write, you know, just any fun writing tidbits. And actually, I'm gonna just write a few prompts too. I didn't get a chance to add more to the Top Hat of Doom amazingness, wonderfulness, promptness. So, So, you might be asking yourself, if you weren't here for the last few streams that I did. Oh, okay, Michael says that it's starting and stopping. That's not good. Okay, so we're gonna play it by ear and hope for the best, but if the internet connection doesn't get much, oh dear. Okay, so I can see that the video is really jumpy from mine. It skips from time to time. Yeah, it's skipping for me too. Oh man. Sorry guys, so if it gets really bad, just be honest with me, because I can't really change anything about it right now. I think what happened, we've kind of determined that it seems like our router is old and it might just need to be replaced. So might need to take care of that this weekend. I was hoping that it would at least be semi-decent for me. Same here. Okay, so yeah, the internet's really choppy. Dang it. Okay. Let's see. I Alexander Black, thank you, Blaine. Or Alexander. The literary madman and master of macabre am here. Hi. Glad to see you guys. So we're just gonna play it by ear, but be honest with me. If the internet connection is absolutely terrible, I keep saying internet connection, but that's not the thing. If the video connection is really bad, be honest with me, and we might just have to call it this week, which would be disappointing and sad, but we gotta do what we gotta do sometimes. So in case you didn't hear me because of the lovely choppy connection, I would love for you to tell me who you are, what you're working on, what you like to write. You know, just introduce yourself in the comments. And for those of you who don't know, I am Al, host of Writer's Patch on Twitter. And I think I started talking about this and then this bad internet connection distracted me, but I decided if you weren't at the last few chats that I did during NaNoWriMo, I am actually deciding to do this twice a month on Wednesdays to continue these live streams. I did them during NaNoWriMo to help people sprint and get more words in their word count, and it was so fun and people really enjoyed it, so we decided we were going to keep going with it. So it's bi-weekly. If it absolutely is terrible internet connection today, then we'll, move it to next week. Otherwise, it'll be every other week. And let's take a look at the comments. Okay, now it's not telling me I have a bad internet connection, so I'm going to just not breathe or move or do... And as soon as I said that, it says very bad connection. But Michael says, for the last minute or so, the video has been fine, crossing my fingers. Blaine, I write horror and am working on mystery, but I'm going to be trying my hand at genres that terrify me to no end. Fan fiction. Michael says, I'm currently plotting my second novel. I dabbled in fan fiction during my Harry Potter days, back when I was like 13 or 14. So my experiences with fan fiction are a little, but I know people that write extremely good fan fiction, like very well done fan fiction, so you could have a lot of fun with that. I say, you know what, everything's worth trying, right? And that's really cool, Michael, that you're plotting your second novel. That's absolutely amazing. So did you publish your first novel, or are you kind of working on that still? I kind of lose track of like where everybody's at in their writing journey sometimes, so it's always good to hear about that. And I'm actually on a writing hiatus right now from writing novels. I'm still working on other projects. I'm working on short stories. I'm working on, with my writers group that I meet in like real face-to-face life, we're working on putting together pieces for a contest. I started working on this fairy tale piece for another contest that I'm going to be submitting to. I started a short story last week that I need to finish up the first draft, and then I also am going to be in the next couple of days starting the short story for my video series called Haunt Patch, where I tell ghost stories based off of dares and audience participation. People vote on my Twitter for what they want me to include in the story, so it's going to be a holiday themed story, and I'm very jazzed about that, and I'm very excited about what won, because I ran polls for the main character, the monster or villain, the location, and an item of significance, and the winner for the main character, her name's Haley. The location is a Christmas tree farm. The items of significance, very fittingly, is a broken tree star, not to be mistaken with Land Before Time tree stars, but like Christmas tree stars. And then the villain is something I just made up off the top of my head, the Candy Cane Man, and I have been making notes and playing with that concept and trying to figure out who is the Candy Cane Man and what are the scary evil things that he's doing, and we're gonna have a grand time with that. So, Michael says, not yet to being published. I've set aside to clear out my brain. I've set it aside to clear out my brain, and once I have a second one outlined, I'll go back and edit the first one. That's a good idea, yeah. Like, it's similar kind of to what I'm doing, except I'm writing short stories right now, but it's good to just put something in the drawer and then come back to it, so that's good. I think that is a very good decision to make for your process. Novels and Tom says, I still need to finish my Nano project. I technically won, but want to actually finish the whole novel for once. That's good, because I know a lot of people who, once Nano is done, they just like wash their hands of finishing the story and they never go back to it. So it's good that you're actually reminding yourself like, hey, I should probably go back to this, and I should probably actually finish the story. I ended up just like finishing it right when I hit my word count, and I kind of almost like planned for that, but it's hard to get that motivation after Nano is done, because it's like, no, I finished the word count, I'm good, I'm done. like I need some space from this novel. And there are puppies in here now. Hi, Will. Hi, Sydney. And just so you guys know, I've mentioned this a few times before, but my husband has his D&D night, and so if you hear loud laughter, it is the guys upstairs playing Dungeons and Dragons. If you hear jingling, it is either my dog Willie or my friend's dog Sydney, who are just running around, scampering and playing and having a grand old time. Sydney, don't go in the laundry room. Sydney, girl. Sydney. Uh-oh. She's coming back. Hi, Will. And Willie's almost... Willie, you want to say hi to the people? Willie, come here. Willie, just a little bit closer. And now he's being fickle. Oh, sorry guys. Willie's laying on my feet now, and I can't move him. I can't bring myself to moving him. Okay, so let's take a look at the comments. Blaine says, I've been wanting to write fan fiction for a while, but I keep thinking my writing is never good enough and I'll be a disgrace to my fandom. Oh no, what is the fandom that you're a part of? Because, you know what, just throw it out there and see what sticks. I think the most important thing with fan fiction is being true to the tone of whatever it is you're writing and being true to the characters. I think as long as you can maintain those things, then you'll be golden. So just try to use that as like your guiding light to how to correctly create it. But I've never actually written fan fiction, aside from like 2 or 3 Harry Potter stories in, God, what was I, like 13 or 14? So, but I do know some people that write some really good fan fiction, so just be nice to yourself. Michael says, the Candy Cane Man sounds like a terrific idea. Do you spell it Candy Cane Man or Candy Cane Man with, oh, so Candy Cane Man with a C or Candy Cane Man with a K? That's an interesting idea. I spelled it with a C in Kane, but I didn't think about it spelling it with a K. My husband's family dog that passed away, his name was Kane, and it was spelled with a K. So I don't know if I'll change it to a K because then I'll just think of this wonderful dog that I miss. So that's a good question, though. That is a very valid question to think about. I'll have to add it to my list of things to play with while I'm drafting. Blaine says, I have a lot of fandoms: Mass Effect, horror, Dragon Age, Firefly, Sherlock Holmes. I'm an all-around nerd. Awesome. Well, I say just pick one and go with it. You can't mess up unless you start, right? So why not just give it a shot and throw yourself out there? Novels and Tom says, those are good fandoms, Blaine. I agree. Those are some very good fandoms. A few of them I haven't actually watched, but that's okay. I'm not going to say which because I don't want people to be outraged and hate me. Because there's still a lot of shows I need to get caught up on. I have friends that when I admit I haven't watched Stranger Things, everybody freaks out and says, but you like horror stuff, what is wrong with you? So I've learned to just kind of keep it quiet when there's certain fandoms that I'm not a part of. Michael says, Blaine, I'd vote for Firefly. There's a lot of potential in that universe. Yeah, from what I've heard about Firefly, like my sister is absolutely obsessed with that fandom, and it sounds like it is a really cool one, so why not throw it out there, right? So, I have decided that we're not trying to reach a word count, so we're gonna kind of do this writing together things sprinting style, but you know, obviously it's not as much about getting the word count as it is getting the words on the page. And I'm actually working on a short story in my notebook, and sometimes when I'm doing first drafts I'll like just handwrite it because it just helps me with the flow. So I am actually going to be writing in my notebook, and I'm not going to even count the words because no, I'm not counting words that are in a notebook. That'll drive me insane. And I'm just getting a few prompts ready to go for the top hat of mystery, doom, excellence, splendor, inspiration, all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of one more prompt. There we go. That's such a cute notebook. Thanks, Novels and Tomes. Yeah, so this actually, I got it at Target, and I also got a black one and a mint one, and they all have like these cute little, like, this one has an exclamation point and says anything's possible. One has a question mark. My mint one, I can't remember what what it has for the punctuation mark, but they're just like all these cute little things, and they're hard, and it's good because I tend to beat up my notebooks a lot, and it's got like nice pages, and then I've got my felt tip pens, which are my favorite things to write with. It's just absolutely wonderful, and I would recommend these. So I don't know, I might actually go and pick up like 5 more of them if I like get a Target gift card for Christmas, or if I notice they're on sale, just because I like the idea of having a whole bunch of them lined up in a row on my bookshelf someday with all my notes in them. And I mean, it's just been so satisfying writing in them. Like, my handwriting's not pretty, but it feels good writing in these notebooks, and I'm such a notebook just junkie. Like, I love notebooks, so it makes me very excited. Let's see. Novels and Tome says, I wrote my whole Nano project by hand too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just working on a short story by hand, but my NaNoWriMo novel I typed. Oh my gosh, I could not imagine writing a whole NaNoWriMo novel by hand. That's impressive. How did you word count? Like, I mean, I guess you just count the page, like 1 page at a time, and that's just impressive. Anyone who can handwrite a novel, like an entire novel, it's just mind-blowing to me. So good for you. That's amazing. Blaine says, the top fan fiction that I want to write first are Friday the 13th Dragon Age crossover. Whoa. The Iron Bull versus Jason Voorhees, and Mass Effect to explore the grief aftermath after the ending. Whoa. That sounds cool. Do it. Just pick one. Just pick one and go. Those sound cool. Someone is gonna think that's cool. I think that's cool. There are gonna be more people that think that's cool. I love it. Michael says, do you use one notebook for everything or separate notebooks for each writing project? Okay, so I'm actually thinking about making a video about this because I had someone in my comments ask me about like how I organize my notes. When it comes to just like my writing notebook, I use it as a thought dump, so everything can go in it. Ideas, like I've got ideas from my NaNoWriMo novel in here. I've got notes for videos that I'm going to be making in the future. I've got short story ideas. I've got writing exercises that I do at my writers group. I've got prompt ideas. I've got notes about Writer's Patch. Like, this is just kind of where, this is my safe place where there's no judgment. I can just write whatever I want in it. Eventually what I like to do, in theory, I'd like to have a notebook for every story, like every novel that I write, but the thing is, everything just ends up in this, and I just have to bookmark it. Like, I have bookmarks for important things that I want to make sure that I don't forget, or I just kind of roughly remember where the information is that I need. Eventually, I think it would be better for me to have a system where I have a notebook for each novel, but for now I just let it all thought dump in here, and then when I get organized, it's either in my Scrivener document that I use for my novel. That's usually when I kind of get my ish together for the actual novels or projects that I'm writing. And as far as like organization with like my videos and stuff, that usually comes from my bullet journal. Like, this is where I brainstorm, and then like in my bullet journal I have a page of, these are the videos that I'm going to be doing for the month, or these are the goals that I'm going to work on for the month. So it's like, this is like my rough draft, and then I take it elsewhere, if that makes sense. But it's just nice to know that I have a notebook where anything is possible. And like, I have doodles in here. I just have random writing exercises. The other day I was just describing holiday like feelings or holiday kind of scenes, because I was sitting there like next to my Christmas tree and it was snowy, and so I just practiced writing. So I'm one for like, you should have at least one notebook where there's, the sky's the limit. That's at least how I feel about it. Novels and Tomes says, for word count, I counted each word for the first 4 pages, found the average, and then went with that number from then on. That makes sense. That's probably the easiest way to do it, right? Like, just kind of going with an average, because I'm sure you know, like, if your handwriting's being consistent and all of that. But Awesome. Okay, so we've only got 4 people tonight. A few people that told me that we're going to be here ended up not being able to come, and that's okay. And I'm just gonna quick join. I'm just quick sending this out on my Facebook page. Let's see. Oh. Hang on a second here. So, okay, so each time your video has issues, it freezes a few times in a row, then skips and tries to play catch up. Oh no, okay. So that's a little problematic. So I will figure out all of this like issues hopefully before the next live stream, but I think I'm only planning on going till 8 today, 8 o'clock, so I think we can just kind of like go with the flow. If it gets really bad, the stream will just like end, and hopefully I'll be able to say goodbye to you guys. But if all of a sudden the stream like crashes, that means that the internet connection just got to be too much and I had to just call it. So if I all of a sudden disappear, please forgive me, and please forgive me for these technical issues. I promise we will be dealing with a lot less technical issues in the future going forward. At least it was decent during NaNoWriMo when we really, really needed it to be good so that we could get all of our stuff together. So I think it is time to start writing. So let me just quick get the timer pulled up. So I think we are going to go at let's go at 7:25, and let's go for 10 minutes. So from 7:25 to 7:35. Again, I can math. And from the top hat of Magical Doom Splendor, our prompt, if you guys are new, I pull a prompt from the top hat of Magical Wonderful Happiness. So the prompt that we are going to do is what happens when Al is tired. It is a sun with a happy face. So do what you want with that. That's going to be your prompt for today. And it says that the internet connection is poor. So again, if I disappear, that just means that the internet connection was being blech, and we just have to roll with it. Sometimes the internet's just not nice, and that's just the way life is, unfortunately. Blade says, so if it's bi-weekly, that means that next writing stream will be on my birthday, the 27th. Oh my god, it's gonna be on your birthday? Hang on a second. Where's my calendar? I use this on my phone. So yes, I believe it will be the 27th. Let me just, December calendar. Yeah, because this week is the 13th. Yep, it'll be on the 27th, so that holiday week where I have off work. Yay for working in the school system. So I will actually be off, and maybe we'll do a longer stream. But yes, remind me that it's your birthday, and I won't sing happy birthday because nobody wants that, but we'll do something to celebrate. That's super exciting. Oh, I love that. So I was gonna ask how old are you gonna be, Blaine, but that's not a proper question to ask. So I will just say happy birthday, and that is super awesome. And I'm in my basement and it's really cold, so please don't judge me, but I'm putting this hat on because I'm cold right now. So we are going to write from 7:25 to 7:35 for 10 minutes. And the prompt is going to be this sunny face, and we're gonna just roll with that because this is what happens when I'm in a goofy mood. Oh, Blaine, you're gonna be 28. Awesome. Oh, that is exciting. Yeah, I'll be 28 next year, so let me know what it's like and how it feels. Yeah, I just turned 27 in November, and that was just kind of surreal because, you know, it's kind of finally sinking in. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20, and that's just like... But my husband turned 30 this year, so he kind of was like able to give me the feedback on like, what is it like? And really nothing has changed. So it's good to know that 30 isn't too scary of a number, but that's awesome that you're turning 28. That is exciting times indeed. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the tea of choice today is mint julep. I was on a mint kick today. I'm on a mint kick in general with the holidays around the corner because like peppermint mochas, like, oh, they're my jam. They are getting me away from my usual drink of a green tea latte because I just love minty flavors. And it's funny because for the longest time I'm like, why would you want mint in your coffee? Why would you want mint in your tea? That sounds disgusting. And then my husband got me mint flavored tea for Christmas last year, and I've been hooked ever since, and I'm never turning back. Unless somebody ruins mint for me in some way, but I just would like to imagine that the world will not do that to me, so we'll hope for the best. And it looks like the connection is doing okay right now, and every time I say that, I jinx it. So I'm just gonna hope that I didn't just jinx it again. But again, we are going to start writing in less than a minute here, and again, we're gonna write for 10 minutes. We are gonna write for 10 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. With the internet problems at the beginning, it kind of like was a slow start, so we are starting writing very slowly. But we'll just write as much as we can in the time that we have, and it'll be awesome. And I thought that the time was about to change, but prove me wrong. Come on. There we go. All right, ready, set, go.